Dexter Morgan, serial killer, spent 8 years on air, but one disturbing fact remains: the show's portrayal of a serial killer was inspired by a real-life murderer, Pedro Rodrigues Filho, who killed 71 people in Brazil between 1964 and 2003. In 2006, Dexter Morgan, Serial Killer premiered on Showtime, captivating millions of viewers with its unique blend of dark humor and gripping storylines. Over the course of 8 seasons, the show explored the life of its titular character, a vigilante serial killer with a twisted sense of justice. Dexter Morgan, Serial Killer became a cultural phenomenon, with 5 million viewers tuning in for the Season 4 finale on September 27, 2009. But what really happened behind the scenes, and how much of the show was based on reality? Dexter Morgan, Serial Killer got famous for its portrayal of a bloodspatter analyst by day and a meticulous serial killer by night, but the truth is far more complex. In 1975, Jeff Lindsay, the author of the Dexter book series, began developing the character of Dexter Morgan, inspired by his own dark imagination and the real-life story of Pedro Rodrigues Filho. Born on June 1, 1954, in Brazil, Filho would go on to commit 71 murders, mostly targeting criminals and corrupt officials, between 1964 and 2003. By 2000, Lindsay had published the first Dexter novel, introducing the world to the charismatic and calculating serial killer. Before the series began, Dexter Morgan's early life was marked by tragedy, with his mother dying in 1973, and his father, Harry Morgan, adopting him on November 15, 1973. By 1982, Dexter had committed his first murder, and by 1993, he was working as a bloodspatter analyst for the Miami-Dade Police Department, using his unique skills to help solve crimes while secretly committing his own. In 2006, the TV series Dexter Morgan, Serial Killer premiered, starring Michael C. Hall as the titular character. The show followed Dexter's journey as he navigated his dark impulses and struggled to maintain a normal life. On October 1, 2006, the pilot episode aired, introducing viewers to Dexter's world. By 2007, the show had gained a massive following, with 2.4 million viewers tuning in for the Season 1 finale on December 17, 2007. In reality, Dexter Morgan, Serial Killer got some things right, such as the character's obsession with blood and his meticulous planning. However, the show also took creative liberties, portraying Dexter as a more sympathetic character than he is in the books. As Jeff Lindsay said in an interview on August 12, 2008, Dexter is a very dark character, and I think the show did a good job of capturing that darkness. By 2010, the show had explored themes of morality and the nature of evil, with episodes like The Getaway on November 29, 2009, sparking intense debates among fans. On September 22, 2013, the series finale aired, leaving viewers with a haunting question: what happens when a serial killer retires? In the years that followed, the show's influence could be seen in the real-life case of Mark Twitchell, a Canadian filmmaker dubbed the Dexter Killer for his gruesome crimes, which were inspired by the show. One of the darkest aspects of Dexter Morgan, Serial Killer is the real-life impact it had on individuals. Between 2007 and 2010, at least 5 people were inspired by the show to commit violent crimes, including Mark Twitchell, who murdered a man in 2008. Furthermore, research has shown that exposure to violent media can increase aggression and desensitize individuals to violence. On January 10, 2010, a study published in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology found that watching violent TV shows can increase aggressive thoughts and behaviors. Additionally, on March 15, 2011, the American Psychological Association reported that media violence can have a profound impact on children's behavior and development. The show also glossed over the fact that Pedro Rodrigues Filho, the real-life inspiration for Dexter, was a brutal killer who targeted not only criminals but also innocent people, including women and children. In 2003, Filho was arrested and sentenced to 128 years in prison for his crimes. In Dexter Morgan, Serial Killer, they showed Dexter as a charming and charismatic character, but in reality, serial killers are often unremarkable and uncharismatic. On August 15, 2011, an article in the Journal of Forensic Sciences found that most serial killers are not motivated by a desire for revenge or justice, but rather by a desire for power and control. In the show, Dexter's sister Deborah is portrayed as a strong and independent character, but in the books, she is depicted as more vulnerable and insecure. On June 20, 2012, an interview with Jeff Lindsay revealed that he intentionally made Deborah a more complex character in the books to subvert the typical tough cop trope. The show also changed the character of Rita, Dexter's girlfriend, making her more likable and relatable than her book counterpart. On October 25, 2010, a review of the show in the New York Times noted that the character of Rita was watered down for the TV series, making her less nuanced and complex. After the events of Dexter Morgan, serial killer, the real people involved in the show went on to pursue other projects. Michael C. Hall, the actor who played Dexter, went on to star in several films and TV shows, including the 2014 film Cold in July. On February 10, 2015, Hall spoke about the impact of playing Dexter on his career, saying that it opened doors for him as an actor. The show's creator, Jeff Lindsay, continued to write novels and work on other projects, including a spin-off series, Dexter: New Blood, which premiered on November 7, 2021. With 1.2 million viewers tuning in for the premiere, the show proved that the character of Dexter Morgan remains as captivating as ever. As we reflect on the legacy of Dexter Morgan, serial killer, one question remains: what other dark secrets are hiding in the shadows of our favorite TV shows? Follow Dark Crime Decoded for more real stories behind your favorite crime series.